All right, greetings everyone. This is Kaiser, staying in the light, radio and society. How's everybody out there in radio land? I've kind of committed this 12 o'clock midnight, so I'm keeping my word. You're late. It's after 12. Where you been? Okay, so I'm here because I really want to gather these. It's about a couple of dozen of people who have been steadfast with me from the beginning. Or not the beginning, but for a long time. They're the ones who form the core of the society. So I'm seeing there's others out there who hear a message and you gravitate to it. So I'm bringing you tidbits of the message. Because as we expand, we gain more power. If we gain more power, you gain more power. And you have everything that you need in this life and a life to come. Because this is not just something that's here today and gone tomorrow. No, 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 no. What use is something you start? If you start something, what's the benefit of it if it has to end? Well, you can say you learned something, yeah. But being around for a little minute, a few minutes, a few years, I don't want to just start things and stop things. We start thinking about legacy at a certain age. What's going to be your legacy? What are you going to leave? All the legacy means is something in writing or something you've done that you be remembered by and for. And y'all probably got a long ways to go before you start thinking about legacy. But I'm thinking about legacy. I've been building my legacy all my life, and so have you. So maybe that's the topic to talk about. Hmm. Isn't it interesting how we arrive at our topic? What is legacy and why it's important and why you need to start on yours now? Because if you don't start on your legacy now, you'll be filing somebody else's legacy. Look at this man here, Pope Leo the 14th. Now he got to be well, maybe in his 70s. I don't know, maybe younger, maybe older. The point is, he arrived at a high position of authority. The Pope, that's the highest you can go in the church. He didn't start yesterday. He started very, very young. Yeah, very young. All successful people start at a young age. Why? Because you have to learn and be taught the discipline that you're about. It has to grow with you. As you grow, what you're about has to grow. The earlier you start, the better you be in whatever you do. All these world famous great people started at a young age. Let's take Michael Jackson, for example, or his real name, Michael, Michael, Michael L., which is a biblical name, which means the angel. And don't believe all the fluff, all the negativity, because that's not his legacy. That's the enemy wants to besmirch his life work because he was trying to do good. All you gotta do is listen to his songs, listen to his music. Do you see anything negative in his music? That's how you can look at a person and see what they have done. And I don't mean just the words. Of course, they do mean something. But I mean the spirit behind it. I just use that as an example because he started when he was about 5 years old. He was running things. He was a what you call a man child. Yes, he was running things. He became very gifted in his art. And what he did, he looked to those who came before him. He studied all those who came before him as he grew up. He knew about all these dancers. Fred Astaire, uh, what's the other one? Gene Cooper, all of them. He was able to beat them, outdance them as an untrained dancer, and they was professionally trained. Yeah, he had competitions to prove that. I'm talking about when he was alive. So I use that example to show you that you have to start early on your legacy. What do you want to be known as? Because there's always going to be people trying to destroy your legacy. Always. That's called evil. And you have to have good and evil in the world. You hear what I said? If evil didn't exist, how would you measure good? If good didn't exist, how would you measure evil? These are natural laws we're talking about. I talked about the Pope in another video. I'm not going to talk too much about him. So let's see what do you want to talk about? If there's any questions in the chat. This is our time, bringing in a new day. This Friday. A lot of people say this as a holy day. Well, I don't see nobody's here, so I guess everybody's preoccupied. But when you come back and watch the videos, let me know what you think about this video and other videos. Let me teach a little bit of something before I leave. Because I've been doing I have quite a library. This is how I acquire my library. As I listen to people, they talk about certain books. I just order the books. I may not, when I get the book, I may not pick it up. I may not look at it. But a time will come when that book comes along again. Somebody else talks about it. However, when they speak about it, they're going to go into it a little deeper than the reason why I ordered it. Now I can go get that book, got it in my hands. I don't need to go online, look for it. There's nothing like having a book in your hand. Because a lot of books are being destroyed. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what this whole AI is about. A lot of knowledge is being destroyed. That's the same thing they did in Alexander, right? Didn't they destroy the libraries? As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Let me say that again. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. So history is always repeating itself because it's a spiral, a sine wave, if you know your mathematics. It goes up and down. You got high points, you got low points. And your success is your ability to ride the waves. Like a surfer, oh man, he ride the waves. If you're able to ride the waves in life, you'll be very, very successful. The waves will come. You have to know how to ride them. So Egypt has a lot of history, a lot of knowledge, everything that you know about in its so-called Western society came from Egyptology. Let me say it again. Egyptology created Western thought. You cannot find anything. Let's not use not. I don't like using that word not. I'm gonna say it again. Everything that West. Now, when you say West, what does that mean? No other place do you talk about the directions when you're talking about a culture. You don't say the Eastern people. You don't see the Southern people. You don't say the Northern people. So what's all this Western people? What's all this? What all West means is the Caucasian civilization, the European civilization. That's all it means. West. Because they're always going away from the sun. If the sun rises in the east, they're going west. They're going away from the sun. So everything is measured according to their culture in this day and time because they are ruling. But they haven't ruled a long time. They have not ruled a long time. They're like the new kid on the block. And you don't have any experience in ruling. You can see that. That's evidenced by the shape of the world. So go and study Egyptian civilization and you find a lot of similarities with what's going on in your religion. I promise you. We're going to talk about that at another time. I don't want to overstay my time limit because when you hear, for y'all youth, y'all so fast thinking and quick moving. If I say something more than once, you get bored. And I don't want to bore you. But I say things deliberately to stimulate your thinking for you to do some research. So go do it. Peace to all of you all who are here and who will come.